Folks, I've got something to say I know a lot of people aren't going to want to hear. You are in an abusive relationship with Call of Duty. Call of Duty Stockholm Syndrome. Let's go back in time. It's 2007. COD 4 has just released and the game has changed forever. After that, we got banger after banger after banger, and every year we felt like we got our money's worth out of the new release. People claimed the game was the same thing reskinned every year, but you felt like you were getting a nice new experience with every game, and I was right there with you. But the last several years, Call of Duty has not done too well, and they've put out some less than decent games. Last year with the release of Modern Warfare number 3, they reportedly turned a DLC into a full game. Remastered maps from Modern Warfare 2, all weapons from Modern Warfare number 2 carried over, and they made a lot of changes that people wanted after the Modern Warfare number 2 beta. And after all this, they are being defended by this seemingly large portion of the smaller and shrinking player base of Call of Duty. These people defend every move Activision and Call of Duty make, and they just fall in line to buy the next $30 bundle. And this is at a time when the game is as close to a reskin as it has ever been, but that's not even the main topic of conversation. It was for a very short time, but then these Call of Duty defenders jumped in and sacrificed themselves for Activision and said,
"No, the game is great. It's not DLC, it's a full game, can't you see? They said they'd been planning it for years. Activision would never lie to us."
We don't have to try that hard to find a time when Activision bent the truth. For years, we were given a great game for $60. Now, even games like Advanced Warfare and Ghosts seem amazing compared to what we had now. But people still line up and buy the game every year, even though we get a beta that's basically a demo. Nothing changes from the beta to the full release of the game. We learned from Modern Warfare number 2 to number 3, it takes a full year for them to put in the changes that you want from the beta. They're going to use those changes to advertise for their next game. And every year, we get a significant number of people complaining about the game for the entire year and saying, why didn't they change this? Why didn't they change that? Why are they doing this? This doesn't make any sense. The game is broken! But then they just start drinking on that COD Kool-Aid, and they just board the hype train into the next annual release of Call of Duty, just to be disappointed again. And the cycle repeats itself. Every year we're promised something great. Modern Warfare number 2 was just hyped up to be the most advanced Call of Duty ever. They had 3,000 devs working on it. Wow! The game was garbage. Now all they try and do is use nostalgia to bring back the older players with remastered maps, giving the new games the exact same names as the old games that people loved, and releasing music bundles in the store for obscene prices. They entice the younger players with flashy skins, cool camos. Activision doesn't care about giving us a good game. All they want us to do is buy the game and then get enough people to keep playing it and spend money on their overpriced cosmetics and whatever else they're gonna end up throwing in the store. Through what I would argue are predatory tactics. It's also not the fault of these younger players either. All they've known their entire gaming career is that you spend money on cosmetics. All these new free games are doing it, but the difference is those games are free to play. Call of Duty, multiplayer specifically, not Warzone, you need to pay $70 as a ticket to then enter the game, to then be just bombarded with requests for you to spend more money. Either give people who bought multiplayer a discount in the store or make multiplayer free. Another thing that's always bothered me about this whole thing is that the character skins seem to be a big selling point for a lot of these bundles, but the game is in first person, so you can't even see the skin. So why would you spend $20 to $30 to get a skin that you can't see? It just doesn't make sense to me. You can't see the thing. This yearly cycle has become one of Call of Duty's biggest problems. I've always played Call of Duty to try and relax and have fun with friends, but now the game is just too sweaty to even relax. All my friends are being pushed away, I'm being pushed away, I know a lot of other people are being pushed away too. Every time I play Warzone or any sort of newer multiplayer, if I relax for a second, I get pushed by somebody with a TTV clan tag, the newest overpowered bundle, and interstellar camo. I just want to play Call of Duty with my friends again. And I realize Activision is a business. In the end of the day, their main goal is to make money, but they could also make money by just putting out a good game that a bunch of people love. To everybody that loves the game and really enjoys playing it, keep doing you. I'm really glad you're having fun. But to everybody hoping that someday they're gonna go back to the old school Call of Duty and make a game like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare 2 or 3 or anything like that, we just need to get realistic at this point. It's not gonna happen. So what we need to do is just stop buying the new games. If you want old Call of Duty is still there. And if enough people go back and they start playing those old games and the player base for the new game drops because people are going back to these old games, maybe they'll start to think, oh, maybe I should make games like this. Probably not. Who really knows in the end? But I'm just saying the games are there, and if you want the old ones, don't wait for Activision. Do it yourself. Go play the fun games that you love. It is really sad that all these old games especially were they were just made to be around for a year, and then it was just throw them away to the hackers. Let the hackers deal with it. Let them do what they want. They weren't made to be around for 2 to 3 years, which I think would have been ideal. And the thing is too, Activision doesn't care at all about these old games, but they'll still charge you $30 to $60 for a game that's 10 to 15 years old. It's ridiculous. I think Infinite Warfare is still $60 in the store. They don't even care enough to put in a decent anti-cheat. People are flying around with automatic grenade launchers and aimbots in Fortune's Keep, and then Call of Duty goes and puts out a statement saying, Ricochet's working beautifully, guys. I don't know what your problem is. People are stuck in this cycle of spending $70 to $100 on a game that they don't even really like. If we really want to change, and we are a large enough portion of the player base, maybe it'll make a big enough dent to force them to change things. It also might not. And then we also may find out that we are not the majority, and then we just go and we play the old games. Folks, we don't really lose this. If Call of Duty dies, it dies. And if it doesn't, then you just stop playing and you go and play the games you love. We need to stop paying them for garbage every year only to complain about it and then drink the Kool-Aid for next year. It just can't keep going on because games are supposed to be fun. And there are plenty of other fun games out there that we can just move to. And we can say bye-bye to Call of Duty. Call of Duty has kidnapped millions of people and are manipulating them into buying the game every year and buying their bundles even though you don't really like the game. Too many people are still locked up in Bobby Kodak's basement just sitting and waiting for him to bring you another cup of G Fuel so that you can get through the next session. Folks, he's gone now. And we can break those chains and we can ascend the steps of courage, break down the door of determination, and emerge into a world where we actually play good games again. And we don't accept anything less than a good game. We don't pay hundreds of dollars for, it was okay. This is just something that I've had on my mind for a while, and I wanted to see what some people might think about this. So please let me know what you think in the comment section below, but please, I urge you to be respectful and substantive. I just want a game to be made with passion again instead of just being made to make Activision money. That's it. That's all I want. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I play old games and I enjoy them. Just let me know what you think down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, and hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell. We're usually getting videos out every other day. Sometimes we're a little bit off schedule, but that's fine. Life gets in the way. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you later.